Okay, nose cones part 2. First thing you guys want to make sure you do, make sure you have your safety glasses on. Remember, the nose cone dust gets in your eyes and it hurts quite a bit. So make sure you have your glasses on. What we're going to be focused on today is steps 3 to 5 here towards the end. We've already gotten our blocks. We've used 120 grit sandpaper to start to break down this block into more of a cone or a taper here at the top. That's what we want to focus on now, is tapering the top. So here's my bottom, which will end up being the plug. We want to work on this area, keeping in mind that this point up here needs to come into a point, almost like a Christmas tree here at the top, or an upside down ice cream cone. If you'll remember, we could take 120 grit sandpaper, and a good trick is to take one corner and then the opposite corner, and you just pull it in like so, and pull the other end in as well, and that's going to give you like this funnel effect. I call it the pencil sharpener. And you can put your cone in here and you can twist it and spin it, and that will keep it symmetrical the whole way around, and it will start to get a taper here. The other thing you may end up having to do is folding your sandpaper so it's a little bit easier to use, and we need to focus on sanding at an angle here towards the end, a downward angle. And when we do that, that's going to taper this area. If we sand flat with the surface of the nose cone like this, it's only going to keep it flat. It's going to take material away, but it will not make it tapered like we need it. We need it tapered here at the top, so it looks like that Christmas tree we talked about, or the ice cream cone. Okay? Once you have it to a shape here and it's pointed at the top that you like, and you feel like it's aerodynamic, and you don't have this flat top on it anymore, I think most of us are probably at this stage. We need to taper the top more so we get this point. Once we have that done, it's time to sand this bottom below the line so it fits into our body tube like a plug. Okay? And you can see that here represented in step 5, where I have a little piece of the body tube here. We want this to fit. We don't want it to be super tight because this nose cone has to pop off so the parachute can escape later on. So you want it to fit in there, and it's not super snug, not like a cork in a bottle. Okay, a little bit looser than that. Once that happens, you may have corners. These corners still here. And at that point, we need to sand those away so it's nice and round. When it meets our body tube, it should match that same shape, that same diameter right here, and it should flow seamlessly into the body tube. If you think about air passing over the nose cone, it passes around here, and we want it to just flow right over the body tube perfectly.